Underground Takeover podcast.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Underground Takeover. My name is Jake. This is DJ to my right. Before we do get started, I do have to pay my respects to the traditional custodians of this land, the Whadjuk people of the Noongar Nations, and pay respects to elders past, present, and emerging. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. Now we have a very, very special guest lined up that I've known for several years. One of the first people I actually met in music. He's just dropped an incredible album. He's been working offshore, working very hard to make this album come into light. I was actually blessed enough to support him, open up for him on a show last night and host it. Everyone did an incredible job. Started losing my voice even at the end. But welcome to the show, Early Bird MC, man, and congrats on the new album, bro.
Man, thank you so much, Jake. It's a real pleasure, honor and a privilege to be here.
Cheers, bro.
You know, I've seen the progression of your podcast and your guys' journey, so really love seeing what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Thank you
I
so
gotta
much.
add, man, you're looking steezy as fuck today, eh?
Oh, thanks, bro. Just keeping it real. Spiritual gangster spec. You know how we do.
Yeah, that's it. DJ's gonna kick it off,
Nice.
and then we'll see where we go from there.
At what age did you first find the love for music?
Good question. I was probably 8 years old.
Nice.
Actually, before that, you know, this is funny because I grew up in Tamworth and my parents used to take me to the pub and I would beg them for 50 cents to go to the jukebox and play Achy Breaky Heart by, what's his name?
Whoever it is.
I forget his name. Anyway, don't tell my heart,
Oh,
my achy breaky heart.
is that Cyrus? Was that
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Billy Ray Cyrus. There
Yeah,
you go.
that was like my first memory of falling in love with music was getting that 50 cents and playing that fucking Achy Breaky Heart. Love that jam.
Fuck
And
yeah.
then, so cool, fun fact is the first album I ever bought with my own money was Aqua. You know, with the Barbie girl, Mr. Jones.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that was the first joint I ever bought when I was probably 8 years old.
Mm.
And yeah, that's it's been a deep journey. Music's been a part of my life forever.
Yeah, we'll get straight onto it with from then till now. I listened to it literally a day before the gig, flat out of podcasting, looking for work, and just staying busy in that. But so I had some time on Thursday to listen to it. It's an incredible album, and it was incredible to witness live last night as well. But can you take us through the journey, the process of, you know, what inspired you to do this album? You know, there's a lot of deep-rooted like inspiration and stuff in there, you know, that you told me about. But yeah, what
Bro,
can you tell us about the album?
I've been putting music out since 2015. That's when I decided I was going to be a rapper. And then I did an EP in New York City. I did an EP in LA. Came back to Perth. Did Ultra Truism. And then
Incredible album as well. Ultra
Yeah.
Truism, I love that one. A couple of ones from that are on my daily.
Yeah, boy.
I think I discovered you through 21st Century Blues. That was your first song I ever heard. I was
Yeah,
like,
bro.
fuck, this is dope. Like, he's actually rapping about the shit I'm going through
Yeah,
at the
man.
time, you know? I was like, this is sick.
Cheers, bro.
Yeah.
I do like the fucking few the hooks on that album. It's great. So I went through a whole lot of bullshit, when I dropped Ultra Truism. Some of you know my story. I fell prey to a fake spiritual guru who was actually a psychopathic narcissist and like brainwashed me and like indoctrinated me into like a cult.
Who we're thinking of, or?
You don't know this man.
No, I don't know.
No
Okay.
one knows this man. I don't even like to speak of his name.
Okay, yeah.
But this is a very, very dark time in my life and my ultimate rock bottom. And that was around the time I dropped Ultra Truism because I had the whole music video, the whole marketing campaign, everything ready to go. And then I completely lost my identity dealing with this fake ass guru. And it was over the period of like 3 to 5 years that I actually was working with this guy, and he like groomed me basically into this bastardized version of spirituality. And then like it was like a proper narcissistic psychopath, like tried to break my mind and then lost all my money and almost killed myself. And that was when I released
Shit.
Ultra Truism. So that was around 2019. And then I stopped making music because I was broken. I was completely shattered, like my whole sense of who I was. Lost my girlfriend, lost 100 grand, ended up homeless, living on a boat. And that's
Because it was a boat and it was the warehouse when you and Ben had it, that you were living in.
yeah.
as well.
So that was me when I was like coming out. So I ended up, when I realized that the last like 4 years had been a complete scam and I'd lost everything and I had to start again. That was 2019. And then it was really traumatic in 2019. Then 2020, the universe hooked me up with a brotherhood, and I moved into a house with a bunch of really conscious men doing men's work and doing lots of personal development. And they were all business people, entrepreneurs and fitness coaches and dance coaches and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, super healthy environment. And I rocked up there just a shattered skeleton of me, like no connection to my identity. And then, like I wasn't writing music. I was just trying to fucking, rebuild my connection with reality. And through that process, after about a year of working with and living in that house with the brothers, around 2021 was when I wrote Part 1, which is the first track of the album From Then Till Now. And then I started to reconnect with music again. So I had a huge break. I stopped writing music for like 3 years when I went through all that bullshit with this fucking fake ass guru. Dropped the album, stopped writing, completely gave up on my life. Went through a big healing journey, and then started writing again. And I wrote Part 1, and then I proceeded to just like write. I just got back into connecting with writing. And then I started just writing verse after verse, like line after line after line. Got all these beats given to me, really basic, like simple beats. And the whole time I was going through my self-development journey of healing, that process, doing lots of plant medicine, lots of, shadow work, lots of fitness, like educating myself about health, relationships, dating, spirituality. Like I went through this massive awakening. And I started encapsulating that whole journey in all the lyrics that I was writing from 2021, 2022. I moved out of the house, the cockpit with all the brothers, and moved into the warehouse. And I started doing rap school, had the studio there, and then I continued writing.
Yeah.
And
so
then
you were doing rap school and the thing you had with Ben, that was the Vibe Hive.
The Vibe Hive, yeah.
Yeah, was that simultaneous, doing them at the same time? Or?
Yep. So I created rap school when I was living in the house with the brothers, because they were all doing their entrepreneurial things and inspired me to create my own coaching program. And that's when I was working with you for a short period of time. And then I created rap school, and then I moved out of the house because COVID hit, and I gave up my career as a scaffolder. And I was doing events. They tried to tell me I couldn't do events anymore. We couldn't go outside the house. So I was like, fuck you. I'm just going to go lease a warehouse. Educated myself about the legal system and learned how we could still gather in private without them, having any say in that. So that's how the Vibe Hive came around, because COVID tried to stop us from doing our thing. So I leased a factory and turned it into a wellness space, so that we could do events on private property that they couldn't stop us from doing.
And what happened there? Are you and Ben still tight, or like did it just like?
Oh, we just grew apart, man. People take different directions in life. So the thing I love about business, man, is like in relationships, that people think that if you end a business or you end a relationship, that it's like something negative. But it's actually like a life and death. It's part of the cycle. You can create a business from start to finish. Like it's actually a beautiful process to build a business, succeed in that business or fail in that business, and then go all the way through the life cycle and then finish it, and then wrap it up in a little bow, take your lessons from it and move on to the next thing. So I've done that so many times, man. And the Vibe Hive was one of those things. We did that for 2 years. We had amazing experiences. And then we it was actually this huge rave party. We threw we used the Doth crew, like they're a Doof crew, and they brought like 300 people and like a epic Doof sound system into the warehouse, and we threw this massive rave, and it ended up getting reported, and the council came in and like blah blah blah. So instead of trying to fight it, we just decided to shut down the warehouse. And then we ended the warehouse, and then when the warehouse finished, that was perfect because I just started my scaffolding company. So then I went into construction, and I had my construction company, and it just like wrapped up the warehouse in a little bow. Done, finished it, went into the construction company, boom, 2 years, had massive success in that company. And then
I even did a few shifts for you as well.
Yeah.
Men of steel, eh?
Yeah. Anyway, so getting back to the album, I was writing this whole time. 2022, 2023 was a scaffolding company, and then I shut that down in 2024, and then I really went balls deep on this album and finished it. Like I have to finish it and put it out.
Mm.
So everything I'd written, like after scaffolding company, 2 years, start to finish, wrapped it up. Everyone's like, "Oh no, you lost your business." I'm like, "No, I shut it down because I'm finished now." You know what I mean? I'm on to the next thing. And then I went hard into this album. I'm like, got to finish this album. I finished the album, pieced it all together, and it's encapsulating my journey from being a shattered, lost, penniless, homeless individual to healing, creating a warehouse business, having a 7-figure construction company, and then choosing to shut that down with enough equity to take 12 months off. You see that transition?
Yeah,
That's fucking epic.
Yeah,
That's a comeback from hell.
Mm.
So a lot of the work that I did on myself to be able to be the person that I needed to be able to create those experiences in my life is encapsulated in the lyrics of this album from then till now.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's sick, man. Again, I said it on the Jax episode and the Kane episode. People have been pretty slack, not interacting on the post. We put a question post up, as we do every episode. Usually there's a lot of traction on them, but people started getting slack and not dropping questions. We do, however, have a few people in the room, so they're going to be our listener questions. We interviewed Jax a few episodes ago, so we're going to get him first, and then we'll just shuffle through people. So, Jax, do you want to ask Early Bird a question? Anything you can think of, bro?
Hey man, how are you?
I am very, very well, thank you, bro.
My first question is, you mentioned about going to America for a bit. Do you live there or?
So I went there for 6 months.
Yeah.
So I guess I technically lived there for 6 months.
Yeah. How was that like living there?
That was a very wild, crazy time in my life.
Yeah.
Because that was before I had my real self-development journey.
Yeah.
And I was still unconscious, chaotic, addicted, habitual, very, very distorted. So I went there smoking, drinking, partying, getting into the wrong, I went to New York City to do rap music and hang out in the ghetto because I wanted to get a full underground rap music experience. But that was so fucking dangerous. I did so much dumb shit over there. I'm so lucky that I survived my time in New York, my time in LA. Yeah, and yeah.
Do you think you'll go back again, even though you're clean now? Will you do something different out of it?
Yeah, I actually loved New York City. I had a really great time there. And it's funny you say that. I'm pretty sure they'll let me back into America now. But I actually came back to Australia because I got denied entry back into LA and got deported. And that was probably the best thing that happened to me because I spent 6 months in the States. I came back to Australia, got a new visa, went back to LA because I signed a contract with a production company. I was shooting music videos. And then, they didn't let me back into America. They put the big red stamp in my passport and told me I had to buy a ticket back to Australia. They detained me as a criminal and fucking sent me back to Australia. So I would go back to America. I'm pretty sure they will let me back in.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go back there anytime soon.
And the second question, if you were to collab with any artist, dead or alive, who would it be? Doesn't need to be rap related, but
Man, honestly, it would be some of the Melbourne cats.
Yeah.
I really love Earth Boy.
I
Earth Boy, Mantra,
Yeah.
Brad Strutt. And these are some men that I actually want to connect with and bring to Perth at some point to do a show. And I realistically hope to collab with them soon.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you for answering my questions.
Thank you for asking them, brother. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jax, for the question. You got competition over who's got the best dreadlocks, bro.
Yeah, I know, man. They're pretty neat. Hey.
All right, so Brandon's on the camera today because our planned cameraman got called into work. Well, fucking Saturday too. Who wants to do that? But yeah. So we got Brandon of B Random Media. Go and follow him. He's gonna ask Early Bird a question.
Be random. Let's go.
Yo, yo.
Yo, yo.
Good. Fuck me, this is hard. Gonna say what I said in Jack's first time fucking doing this kind of shit, so
Love
give
it.
me a break, people, alright?
Love it.
Would be your advice for, you know, the upcoming scene, maybe kids that are kind of wanting to take that step but don't quite have the balls kind of thing?
The step to what? Create or release? Or
Right, release, create, just the whole process, really.
So the number one advice and the thing that, you know, really was the main thing that helped me do it was I was just prepared to be shit for ages. Like I knew when I started freestyling, when I started writing, that I didn't care if it didn't sound good. I literally knew that I just had to keep doing it. So in my mind, I was prepared to sound like shit for a while until, you know, I learned to how to refine that craft. So number one is, yeah, you're not going to be perfect straight away. So just be prepared to be shit for ages and just love it. Like love that process of growing. And then also learn how you create. You know, everyone creates differently. So some people like to create with other people. Some people create in private. You know, it's a real self-inquiry on how you like to create, what you want to create. And just experiment. Get messy. Like really get messy. Throw shit at the wall and see what sticks, as they say.
Yeah.
And yeah, I went through a process as well of like getting really embarrassed about putting stuff out because I really got really embarrassed about what people would think about me. So for a while, I decided that if I felt embarrassed about something, that means that I had to put it out because I was embarrassed about it, just to like, you know, deal with that and process that. Or if I posted something and I looked back at it and I was like, oh, that's cringe, then, you know, my practice would be to do that deliberately so that I got better at being okay with, you know, like being cringe and doubting myself and dealing with my inner critic.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
All right, so going off that, kind of advice for younger kids to kind of stay away from, like coming up in the scene, kind of path the right way for picture us a scene.
Mm-hmm. I think that the number one thing is to have an intention about what you're trying to create and be aware that everything we create is going to have an impact on someone. And what do we want that impact to be? Because we can, you know, choose to recreate the same kind of stereotype that we've been creating constantly again and again and again. But how healthy is that? Like, is that really progressing the art? Is that progressing our culture? Is that progressing our community? Or do we want to reflect on how do we really want to make a positive impact on the world or a positive impact on the community rather than trying to progress a negative stereotype to bring it forward and actually try and be helpful, healthy, and positive? And not to ignore the shadow aspects and our, you know, the darker parts of our physical, mental, spiritual, emotional kind of experiences, but to process that in a way that is helpful and not destructive. Because you can still be You can still have like a lot of aggression and anger and pain and sadness and express it in a healthy way and be becoming conscious of the impact of how we express ourselves has on the world around us.
Yeah. No, sounds pretty to a T. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. So, what are some of the biggest challenges you've faced personally coming up in the scene?
Biggest challenges I've faced personally, probably just being a fucking weirdo, man.
Yeah, that's why I went the media page. Be random.
Yeah.
Kind of goes off the name Brandon, but be random. Just
It's
be
a
yourself,
vibe.
dude. Who
I
gives
like
a
it.
fuck?
Yeah.
Be weird.
I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think what I rap about is very, very off-brand from Aussie hip hop. You know,
Yep.
Yeah.
it's not really what people would associate with Aussie hip hop. And I'm an Aussie rapper, but I don't really like say that I do Aussie hip hop because what I talk about is very, very, you know, out there and very alternative. And I know there's like, it's becoming more popular these days and more like mainstream to be, you know, self-aware and do self-development and spirituality and have feelings and, you know, be positive. You know, these kinds of things are becoming more socially acceptable. But since I've been coming up, it's still very taboo to like, you know, speak about the state of the world and reflect on, you know, the distortion of humanity and, you know, the challenges that we face as we evolve as human beings, you know, very philosophical, very spiritual kind of things. People don't want to think when they listen to rap music. Sometimes I feel like people just want to hear a nice beat, some dope bars, you know, and I feel like maybe sometimes my lyrics are too much for people to kind of process. And that's been hard for me because this is who I am. I really want to challenge people's minds, challenge people's views on the world, and express my, you know, perspective on humanity. But I think that it was maybe it was too much for people, but it's starting to become more socially acceptable now to have this kind of theme in my music. So that's probably been the hardest part of me coming up as an artist is just having these really far out concepts in my music that I didn't feel like people were really ready for.
Yeah. No, that's beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, well, gonna pass it back over to Jake. Cheers for answering the questions. And,
Thank you, bro.
Till next
Cheers.
time.
Appreciate that.
Good question. Some very good questions so far. Shout out to Brandon. I'm not going to put the headphones back on, but shout out to Brandon for that one and for filming and doing our reels and stuff like that. Last but not least, all the way from Bunno, the mini mic man, future guest, Joker.
Hello, mate.
How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, not too bad. So I got a couple questions for you. So, when you work offshore, how do you cope with like your mental health side of things, being away from everyone?
So I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I'm an introvert and I love self-development, and I've trained myself to actually really benefit from discomfort. So when I go into those environments, it's actually like the gym. It's like a spirit gym. It's a mental, emotional gym for me to actually build my resilience, my focus, my creativity, and actually study and become a better person. So when I go into that environment, I'm locking in. I'm in my element. You know, I'm just like there to just make money. You know, it's actually quite simple. You lock into a routine. It's very challenging. So it actually brings up a lot of stuff inside me, which is very difficult, but that is the point for me. So I actually get a lot out of it.
No, that makes perfect sense.
I wasn't always like that. I struggled for many, many years. I don't know if anyone's seen the song that I wrote about FIFO called Confined, but I had a bug up my ass about, you've seen that one?
Yeah, it's a good song. I
Yeah.
really like that.
So that was quite a negative song. And because, you know, it's an honest reflection, once again, of, you know, the state of corporatocracy and you know, social conditioning and, you know, our economic,
Yeah.
you know, the economic nature of how we need to survive and sacrificing our life. You know, so I'm a very different person now than I was then. So I've cultivated a very different mindset. So when I go into these environments, I know I'm there by choice, and I could do anything right now, and I'm choosing to be here, and it's actually benefiting me.
Fuck yeah, that's cool. The other one is, do you get like a gym like when you're offshore? Or
Yep.
oh, that's cool.
There's a gym there, and I love the gym. I would go to the gym every day, but sometimes this last rotation offshore, I chose to not commit to any physical training and just focus on my mental, emotional work. So I'm studying NLP, learning more about psychology, doing my own shadow work.
Yeah.
So, and time is very limited when you're doing 12-hour shifts.
Yeah.
So ideally, my schedule would involve gym, study, socializing, and recovery. But sometimes it's hard to squeeze all that in.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
Thank you for answering the questions. I really appreciate that.
Cheers, bro. No worries. My pleasure.
Joker, ladies and gentlemen, future episode all the way from Bunbury. Big ups. We're just going to do some random short fire questions, man. So you were just talking earlier, and you know you've always been one for it. We did the challenge together and shit as well a couple of years ago. It was good fun.
That's right. The hibernation.
Yeah, that was good fun.
Yeah, boy.
Fuck, it was challenging, but it was good.
Yeah.
I think I was on the Thursday Island. Yeah, I was on the islands and shit when I was doing
That's
it
right.
too.
You
yeah.
went Suway.
Yeah,
you were on a
fuck.
journey, bro.
Yeah, I went on a 4-year journey just traveling Oz.
Oh,
But
you did, hey? I forgot
yeah,
about that.
yeah. So you speak on discipline and stuff, but some days you can't be fucked. But what would you say like your cheat meal is? We usually ask people like, what's their go-to Macca's order, but you don't look like you fucking eat Macca's. So
Man.
what's your cheat meal when you feel like having a cheat, or do you cheat, or?
So the fast food that I eat, it goes like the probably the most unhealthy fast food is a Porto. I love a Porto chicken.
Mm.
So the Porto chicken burgers, you know, Bondi burgers.
Yeah,
That's the shit. Like I love a Porto chicken burgers. You like
Yeah.
Porto?
yeah, I fuck with it. I think there's one around the corner. Eh?
Yeah, I had a Porto last night.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
But my favorite takeaway food is Indian food.
Indian.
Yeah, I smash.
Do you have a favorite curry or anything?
Yeah, lamb vindaloo.
Yeah,
sorry.
vindaloo's good shit.
No, lamb korma.
Oh, lamb
The
korma.
korma is creamy, a bit sweet. It's really yum.
Mm.
And then I also like Mediterranean, kind of Middle Eastern food as well.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm a Taurus, so I'm an earth sign. I love food, man, and like, you know,
Yeah, same.
like very materialistic.
Also
I like
Taurus.
food, money, nice clothes, nice cars, like hot women. That's just like, I love all that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking earth. Do you have one?
Yeah. What's your writing process like when you write a song? Do you finish it in one sitting, or does it take days sometimes?
So it depends on obviously my process, but I'm a very private creator. I like to just like clean my house, organize everything so that there's no distractions, and all I have to do is just focus on my lyrics. And I sit down and I'll either have like a very clear concept in mind, or I just won't. And sometimes I'll write, you know, trying to tell a message. Sometimes I'll write just for fun. Sometimes I'll get 3 verses out, like a whole song in one go. Sometimes I'll get half a verse, you know, so it varies. But most of the time I write 16 bars in one go.
Yeah, sick.
Nice. What's your favourite song to perform live?
Ooh, that's a good question. I really like some tracks off my Ultra Truism album are very cool. There's one called Rise Up.
Yeah, I love Rise Up.
Rise Up.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know how the hook for that goes.
It's that time again.
Yeah. It's that time, my friends, and I know what
Yeah,
I
there you
see.
go.
A whole lot of people are caught in the mainstream, it seems. All of these circles are talking the same thing. We gotta rise up, rise up. It's that time, my friends, and I know what I see. A whole lot of people are caught in the daydream, it seems. All of these circles are talking the same thing. We gotta
Rise up.
rise up.
Yeah,
Rise.
such a good song.
Oh
man.
yes, so fresh. You know who it be.
Wait, we're getting an
Warm and
acapella,
sweet,
ladies and
heat
gentlemen.
like a summer breeze. Yeah, it's a
yeah,
vibe.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, I love that song.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because the songs that I love the most are rarely the ones that my audience likes the most.
Yeah.
And the ones that I
Don't
am
like the
really
most?
resistant to putting out,
Yeah.
that I'm not the hugest fan of, are the ones that everybody loves.
Yeah.
It's always the way, yeah.
It's
So we had an incredible night last night. Had the pleasure of hosting the show. Who stood out for you last night, and do you have any more shows lined up?
yeah. So like I said, I'm already got the vision for my next album being released in winter solstice next year.
Yeah,
So the same time next year, we're going to do another gig, and
Yeah.
it's going to be bigger and it's going to be better. We're going to refine. We're going to take everything from this one and just like improve on it.
Mhm.
Everyone shined, man. Everyone shined. Everyone came through. I knew that this gig was going to be the best gig that I've ever done, and it did not disappoint.
Mm.
Everyone's been doing this for a long time now, so everyone came in with their experience and showed up and really delivered.
Mm.
So, you know, everyone had nuggets that was just like outstanding. Your hosting was so brilliant. I really appreciated not to have to be
No,
the host.
All good.
That was a new experience for me because I'm always the MC. I'm always the host. I'm always like the space holder. So
Yeah.
you did a really
I
good
love
job
holding
at
space, man. I love that shit. It's good fun.
that. Yeah, you did a really good at that job.
Telling
At that.
people off for not being too loud and shit. And
J Soul and Tasmanic really
Oh,
came, the
bro.
opening acts.
they set the
They set
tone, man.
They set the bar high.
They set it very high, man.
And they are amazing producers, amazing, you know, musicians, and I just love those guys. They really came through. And then Snowy and X, they just have their fucking thing going on, man. Love their vibe. They really came through and delivered, that's for sure.
They're a tight duo, eh?
Yeah, man. And obviously you guys fucking killed it
Mm.
with your style.
Mm.
And I really love incorporating that because I'm a conscious hip hop artist. I could rap about all this fucking spirituality shit all day.
Yeah.
But I love connecting with the real Aussie hip hop. And I think that's where you guys come in.
Yeah.
You bring that kind of the underground element to it, which
Yeah.
I think is important to stay connected to the roots, you know? And then obviously Just Kane, he was shining, man. That was brilliant. He really was in his element and opened, it really set the stage for me to come on. And then, yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it all went.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And we're speaking on it before. It's about to come back up. I've been hit up a few times by a few of the organisers and past participants be entering back into the cave, or are you going to stay out of the challenge this year?
Yeah, the
'Cause
caves are...
Franco hit me up actually asking
Oh,
if
yeah?
I was keen to jump back in, and
Mm.
I think Lewis, I don't know if you remember Lewis, that
Yep.
English fella. A few people hit me up asking if I was keen, but
So there was two brothers from the Hibernation that were out there last night, Jack and Atua,
yeah.
and actually a couple sisters as well.
And Daniel as well.
Yeah, they've already started, but yeah, I have like taken a different path with my self-development.
Mm.
So I don't really work with the Hibernation crew anymore.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm still connected with a few of the people. Love them to death.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that we just keep, you know, progressing and growing and evolving.
Mm.
And, you know, the way that I've learned to process my, you know, self-development journey has taken a different path.
Mm.
Yeah.
You got any? Any blank? You're blank. Again. Out of your whole catalogue, what's one song that really sticks out to you that you really love when you sit and reflect about how much music you've done and shit?
Bro, straight away, the first one that comes to mind is Truth.
Truth?
Yeah. There's the last song I performed last night, the last song off the new album. Just really resonates with me. It's a really classic song of mine that I've been holding on to for a long time, and really great to finally release it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Was that the one you wrote when you were like 16 or 17? Because you were saying there was some incorporations in the album of tracks you'd written when you were like 16, 17 years old.
Yeah, so they were just verses, random
Oh,
verses
yeah.
that I'd written and I mashed together on certain songs.
Yeah.
So but Truth I wrote in 2017, and I've been holding on to it this whole time.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
8 years.
Yeah.
Almost a decade.
Yeah.
All right.
You got
Yeah.
anything, DJ?
Yeah. So if your whole catalogue of music disappeared tomorrow, but one song stayed, what song would you hope stayed?
What song would I hope stayed? Oh, I don't know, man. That's a fucking hard question. Maybe. I've kind of dropped all my favorite songs already, but there's so many. I think that one song, but it's hard because like I can't encapsulate myself to one song.
Yeah.
You heard the album; it's such a roller coaster with huge highs and huge lows. But okay, if I was just gonna pick one, and it would be part one off the new album because I feel like it's really encapsulating and it covers a lot of things. It's very moody, it's very melodic, and I really like it.
Nice.
Yeah.
100%.
Mm.
And well, I've interviewed you once already. I had the segment Beats, Bars and Banter on Youth Jam. And then that segment turned into its own show. You were my first guest when it became its own show.
Yep.
And I asked this question to you on the show. So if we could rewind to when you first started making music, strip it all back, and you've got a bird eye vision of yourself, what's an inspiring message you tell that person just starting out with music to keep them motivated?
Don't stop having fun with it.
Real shit.
Yeah. Don't stop having fun with it. Don't take it so seriously and really stop focusing on what other people think. And to really keep an open mind, but stay very convicted in who I am and what I stand for and my message. Yeah, just conviction, just to hold that conviction for who I am and what I'm creating, and to have faith in that and just love the process. Just love the process, have fun, and yeah, don't take it so seriously. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I got another one.
You go on and ask it.
You had a crew or a collective. I don't know if it was one or the other. I can't remember that. Rhythmic Soul?
Rhythmic Souls, correct. Yeah.
How did you guys meet? Because I think it's yourself, Diabetic, Tasmanic,
J Soul,
J Soul.
he was there last night as well.
Yeah. How did that all come to fruition?
So back in the day, like I was a hardcore drum and bass raver, and I would always go to drum and bass parties. I was emceeing drum and bass, and I ended up hanging out with an old bro of mine, Terry, and me and Terry, we were rave buddies, and we would just go out and just like get reckless, and drum and bass was our thing. Like we were still doing hip hop, but I was doing a lot more drum and bass and doing a lot more drum and bass parties. And then I went to America, and when I went to America, Terry linked up with Jack, and they started making music. And then because Jack had the vision for the Rhythmic Souls, J Soul. You know Jack?
Yeah. I met him last night.
Yeah, the big guy.
Yeah.
He was the visionary for the Rhythmic Souls and the main producer. And Terry started working with Jack at his studio. And when I came back from the States, Terry's like, "Oh, you got to come to the studio and meet Jack. We've been making all this music." And I heard this music and I was like, wow, this is fucking unreal. And then I went to the studio and I met Jack, and Jack's like so inviting, man. He just wants to put everyone on. He's got such a great philosophy for like, just like lifting others up and creating together. Like he's a real community creator. Like I'm a very private creator, whereas Jack's whole vision for the Rhythmic Souls was we're all Rhythmic Souls. We can all be part of this movement. We all want to come together and create. So at its peak, there was like 5 or 6 members, maybe more. And they were doing the production, creating drum and bass and halftime, and then getting all of these stuff on. Like they had some pretty big hits, very, very like well-produced electronic music. And it's still out there. Like you can still go and search Rhythmic Souls. There's some sick music videos that we did. Like it's still pretty relevant. And that's how I met Jack. And then, we were making music together for a long time. Rhythmic Souls has been around for a while, like in the scene. And then, members, like people that were part of the group just started to like go different places. Diabetic moved to Mandurah, and then he was like never around to come and create anymore. A few of the different people just like fell off, and then basically it was just me and Jack.
Mm.
And then me and Jack would catch up every week and create tunes. And last year we created a whole album together, a mixtape. I think it was like 8 tracks, five or 8 tracks. And it's fucking fire. Like we would catch up on a Wednesday, we'd pick the beat, and then we sit down and we'd write the verses, and then we'd record the sketch. And we did that every week until we created this whole project. But then you know what it's like, man, when you create projects with people that, you need to like get it mixed and mastered, you need to go back and forward, you need to do like this, you want to change this, blah, blah, blah. It can become a really long process. So this process has been so long that we still haven't released that fucking mixtape.
Shit.
And in that time that we recorded that and been mixing masters, I finished my album and put it out and done the show and like done all this shit. But sometimes it's hard when you're working with people that are busy and whatever. But so yeah, Jack and I were basically carrying on the legacy of the Rhythmic Souls. But Jack is 100% the founder, and Tasmanic is still part of it. But yeah, it's been a beautiful journey, and you should get Jack in here actually to talk about the Rhythmic Souls, because he's actually a great guy, and he's got a lot of value to offer as well. Yeah.
Sick. You got anything? The festival question?
Oh, yep. If you could host your own festival, have 5 other artists on the lineup, anyone in the world, dead or alive, who would it be?
Oh,
Any genre as well.
Number 1 would be Mr. Traumatic.
Fuck yeah.
You seen him in August?
No, well, I haven't booked it in. I'm on that other mission. I'm on the My Money mission this year, so we'll see. Mr. Traumatic. I would love, like, it's a bit, of a switch, but I think like Wu-Tang, like Redman and Method Man would be so sick. I actually smoked a blunt with Redman and Method Man.
Fuck yeah.
In Amsterdam.
No way. Fuck
Yeah, that's another story. That's a cool story. Who else? I love what's his name? There's some I've gone blank now. My sleep deprived brain is starting to struggle. All right, don't overcomplicate it. I would love to work with, Mr. Traumatic, Wu-Tang, if like we could get I love bass hop, hip hop music that's really like heavy bass as well. So a lot of my artists that are coming to mind are very old school, because I can't think of the new progressive artists' names that I listen to on Spotify, because Spotify, I think it really dumbs us down. We don't really remember the names of artists and songs anymore. We just have playlists that feed us the music that we like. Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Well, I'm different. I make my own playlists and shit, but
Yeah, I make my own playlist as well, but I put a playlist on and put on shuffle, and then I just keep adding tunes to it. So I would love to work with some like, who would be sick? DEE.
DWE.
DEE. So we got UK in the house. We got Mr. Traumatic, DEE, but
Yeah.
He's super dope grime and drum and bass artist. And then
Wu-Tang, we said Wu-Tang as well.
Wu-Tang. And then probably like the 4 Owls.
Yeah, fuck it.
All UK at the moment. But then, like obviously all of the Australian artists as well that I mentioned earlier, which I'm way over 5 now. But
It's fucking gonna be a good fest.
It's a big festival.
yeah. It's a 2-day festival.
Yeah.
It's a camping festival.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Bull stuff.
And there's like obviously ice baths and breath work and meditation involved.
Fuck yeah, cacao and shit.
The whole thing, man.
Yeah, fuck
There's
yeah.
yoga, sound healing,
Plant medicine.
plant medicine, body work,
That's my shit.
breath work.
That's the shit.
We'll get
right
Wim
there.
Hof over here.
Fuck yeah.
Dr. Joe Dispenza can do a talk.
Fuck yeah.
You know,
I've been getting into Wim Hof breathing lately, eh?
yeah,
Yeah, man. I'm fucking loving it. I
nice.
do it in the evening.
Yeah,
And obviously, you know what it releases and shit. Like, fuck, it sends me into the best sleep. So, like, fuck.
how many rounds do you do?
Just as fucking much as I can until I'm like, fuck, this is overwhelming.
So do you do like 20 or 30 breaths
Yeah.
in one round?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then do you do like 3 rounds or 2 or 3 rounds?
Yeah, like 2 or 3 rounds. Yeah.
yeah, nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Shout out Chefs, though. He showed another artist. He showed me Wim Hof and shit. So,
Yeah,
yeah, no, it's been fun.
yeah. I love doing breath work.
Yeah.
I don't do it enough, but it's
Neither.
such
hey.
an easy way to access our nervous system.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a fun fact about the lungs and breathing is they're the only organ in our body that is both autonomous and we can control it.
Shit.
So if we don't think about it, our breath will continue, but we can also take a conscious breath and then control the rhythm of our breathing. But
Mm.
with our heart, you can't really change your heart rate,
Mm.
except if using your breath, you can.
Yeah, yeah.
So through controlling the breath, we can access the nervous system. And, you know, like our digestive system, our liver, you know, our organs and shit, we can't exactly tell our liver to like speed up or slow down.
Mm.
But we can tell our breath to speed up and slow down. And that is the gateway to the nervous system.
Mm.
Yeah.
And you're pretty spiritual and onto it, so I've been keen for this one, to be honest. But I am doing a program at the moment with Cam or Alta.
Yep.
There's been a few slips and shit, but it happens. The first step of this program is about surrendering to a god or a higher power of your understanding. What would you say your, you know, perception of God or your higher power is?
So the creator, in my philosophy, it's a felt experience and it is unknowable. So it's designed to be a mystery. I think the God that created itself outside of our comprehension on purpose, so that we could always have something to do on this planet Earth. So it's deliberately unknowable so that we never run out of something to do in planet Earth. And, you know, God is faith in something that you can't see or feel, or you can't see or touch, but you can feel. So God, I think, and, you know, what we talk about as a creator or the mystical force of the universe is a metaphor. You know, it's very symbolic. It's not literal. So you can't say, oh, I don't believe you can say God is this, because language is such a limited way of expressing something that's so, you know, complex and so infinite and so mystical that our limited human consciousness literally fails at trying to understand what that you know, presence is. So God or the creator, I believe, is basically just like, it is creative energy. It's creative energy. It's nurturing energy. It's loving, supportive energy. That is a guiding energy, and these are all ways of describing something that, you know, is outside of our comprehension. Basically, it's too profound for us to you know, pinpoint down to one idea or concept. And, you know, the whole spectrum of being human is so complex as well and so dynamic that we can't really like say it's this or that, because there's also paradoxes. Like, everything in the world is a paradox in one way or another, and binary opposition. The way that we experience reality is through binary opposition. So like dark, light, hot, cold, right, wrong, you know. But I think God is omnipresent. So it transcends duality. It's non-dual. So from a realm of duality, the only way to comprehend something that's non-dual is to, you know, surpass our duality. Yeah. So through the realm of duality and language and symbols, we're trying to explain something that's non-dual.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Do you have anything?
No.
Sweet. Jake's taking over the episode.
Yeah, this one, yeah.
You speak on a lot on self-development. What would you say your like top 3 self-development books are? You showed me, or I think it was you or someone else that, well, you introduced me to him, the author slash public speaker slash Navy SEAL slash straight up just mad cunt. So you introduced me to Goggins, and then my friend actually gave me the book.
Yeah.
It was just like, give it back whenever. And I've had it for about 3 years. And I still read it from time to time. And I like flicking through, when I'm needing a bit of motivation, I like flicking through to the point in the book where he had like the chin-up challenge.
Yeah.
Like 4,000 and something in 24 hours. Non-stop, bro. Literally non-stop. Just
Insane.
on a chin-up bar for 24 hours straight.
Fuck
Yeah, and he
that.
failed a
No
few
way.
times.
Yeah, he failed a few times, kept going back and shit. But what would you say like your top three self-development, self-help books are?
Well, the first book that like really got me on the path of learning about quantum reality and, you know, the nature of consciousness was Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza.
Mhm.
So that's like one of the first books that I would recommend. Even though it's a very like deep dive, that's a fucking profound book. And then the next book that I really love, it's called The Big Leap. I can't remember who the author is, but it's basically talks about our upper success threshold and where we self-sabotage ourselves when we reach the level of success that our nervous system is programmed to handle.
Mhm.
So where we're like programmed to handle a level of success from our life.
Mm.
And when we start to like level up through self-development, we can reach levels of success that our nervous system isn't programmed to handle. So then we start to manifest situations in our life that we self-sabotage and, you know, reject and abandon and you know, imposter syndrome and all this kind of stuff. So learning about our upper success threshold and how to actually, you know, hold ourselves through that journey of expanding, you know, our capacity to feel good is one of the most valuable things we can do. Because, you know, that's the thing. I think the whole mission is how much can we feel good and enjoy life? You know, how much feeling good can you allow into your nervous system before you start to fucking sabotage it? Because you're like, oh, I don't deserve to feel this good. I don't deserve to have things going this well. How much feeling good and going well can you like allow into your life? That's the biggest question. And it also talks. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
And then last but not least, the books.
Oh, last but not least. Okay.
Or did you have more to talk on about that?
Yeah, I
book?
was just gonna say about The Big Leap. They talk about our zones of competence, our zones of excellence, and our zone of genius. You know, most of us in this day and age exist simply in our zone of competence, things that we know how to do well and we get paid for, right? And some of us exist in our zone of excellence, things that we're really good at. Like you might get promoted at your job. You might be like, you know, elite level at your job, but you don't really like it. You know, you've still got passion. So that's your zone of excellence, right? But the goal of this book from The Big Leap is to like identify what our zone of genius is, which is when does time stand still? When can we do this thing forever and just like, you know, never get tired of it and just like, we just get so passionately motivated by this thing that is what we're innately gifted for. That's our genius. And to move from just being competent at something and doing it, you know, because we can do it, for being excellent at something, like, yeah, we actually, you know, we really excel at a certain thing. You know, yeah, you might confuse that for genius, but it's not. It's still, you're still just operating outside of your actual purpose, you know? But then when we can identify what our genius is and then really, you know, construct our life to be able to spend more time in our zone of genius, that's when we can find the most purpose and the most drive and the most, you know, why we're here on this planet for. They talk about that in that book as well.
Let's see.
And okay, so we got the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is really
That's a good
great.
one.
With the 48 Laws of Power, you got the Art of Seduction. There's some really, really
The Subtle
powerful
Art
books.
as well.
Yeah.
I love that guy, Mark Manson.
Yeah.
Fucking good reads.
Oh,
those
also,
books.
Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah, I haven't
um,
read that, eh?
What's his name? Fuck, I forget his name.
What is that? The Asian fella?
Nah, that's Kiyosaki.
I think there's another Asian fella. I'm pretty
There's
sure he's
probably a few
Asian.
of them. Hey.
Think.
Think and Grow Rich.
Napoleon Hill.
Napoleon Hill, man. He's got some great books, but Think and Grow Rich is a very, very fundamental book that I think we should all have a bit of a concept of as well.
Mm.
And right now, I'm reading The Structure of Magic, which is a book about NLP, which is fucking fascinating.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Quick little plug about that, because I think I saw on your story. Do you want to tell us what you're doing with that, the coaching and shit, and give yourself a plug? Because you're doing what, free coaching at the moment, or?
Yeah, so I'm doing a master practitioner training in NLP, and there's some exercises where I require, volunteers to do some live coaching exercises.
Hmm.
And yeah, I'll just put a post out on social media to see who wanted to come and do some free coaching with me. And I've had a few people reply, so
Definitely vouch for him. I've
Yeah.
done some coaching with Early B, so I definitely vouch for Slade. But you're hitting blanks, so we should switch it up, I reckon.
are you shooting blanks?
He's just when we interview, he'll get to a point and he just has blanks, like no fucking question. I'm just like
Yeah.
helping him carry it and shit.
All right, what's a question that you would, or what's some advice that you would give to yourself if you had run out of questions to ask?
Fucking hell.
Take it easy.
Probably study other podcasts, to be honest, similar to this.
Oos.
Mm.
Love that.
But we are going to switch it up. That was your first one. We've done it in a few episodes, and it helps take the nerves off DJ. You're going to interview us now.
Okay, cool.
You're going to be the one asking a few questions.
All right. Beautiful.
Yeah.
So I want to know how this podcast came to light. Whose idea was it? Who spearheaded it? And how did you guys come to be the duo that work together now?
So DJ's always been in the scene since he's about 13. He had an Australian rap group on Facebook where he'd post, those typical groups where you post your music and shit on Facebook.
Yep.
That was up to about 11k members, and I think he added me on Facebook through that, and we just kept supporting each other through that. Now, last year I was doing radio, volunteering for Youth Jam, and that's when I was doing the Beats, Bars and Banter segment, and then I started It's Gonna Be Okay, my mental health and recovery and addiction podcast and stuff. I've had Ultra and a few other people on. So he knew I had the experience, and he had a podcast idea in mind, and this was his idea. So it's all his shit. I always give him a lot of props. Because we look over the challenges and all the fucking shit. Like, we've had probably, I'd say about 3 or 4 moments where we're like, yeah, let's fucking call it a day and throw the towel in,
Pull the
Let's
pin.
fucking
Nice.
pull the pin on this shit, But we kept going, kept persevering through it. Like, end of the day, who else is going to carry the boat, sort of shit. But yeah. So he hit me up, and then I was on radio, but like I wasn't really enjoying it. It was like one of those things you could tick off the list and put on your resume that you volunteered your time somewhere and your efforts and shit. But he hit me up, so that was my saving grace. And then I was on radio for about another month or so after that, until they made me work for a panic attack. Like, I had a really bad day with my mental health, and I just wanted a mental health day. And I messaged him and said that, and they're like, no, you've just got to power through. We all go through shit. I was like, you can get fucked. I quit. And like, oh, you have to give a month's notice. I'm like, no, I fucking don't. I'm a volunteer. See you later. Jumped off air and then just completely started focusing on this. And
I remember that happened quite suddenly. I didn't know that was the story.
No. So yeah, I had a rough day, like with my car. I remember it being my car issues, and it got sent off to a mechanic, and the mechanic told me like some pretty shitty shit that's going to cost like more money than I had to fix. So I scrapped it, and it's pretty anxious and fucking depressed. So it's just like, I need a mental health day, and they're like, nah, keep working. So it's like, no, you can get fucked. And
nice.
like, yeah, and then I just kept focusing on this, but I've always fucked with DJ's vision. Like, he loves the scene, and I fuck with that. So
Beautiful.
as soon as he asked me, I felt humbled and honoured to be able to jump on, and help him out.
Love it.
Yeah.
Anything to add, DJ?
That's pretty much it, eh? I've been in the scene for about 10 years. Had many different things I've done. I hosted a show, Not Freshly 18. That went well, and from then I just stuck with it pretty much.
Yep.
Just a bit harder now. I moved down south, so it all happens in Perth, and I'm 3 hours away, so
Yep.
it's a bit slow lately, but hopefully soon will be better.
Cool. All right, I got a question for you to answer like individually.
Mm.
I want to know, DJ, first. What was the motivation for you to want to create something or to do something different and to make an impact? What was was there something in your life that inspired you to want to create a podcast and to put something out there? What was the catalyst for you to put this work in, and why do you do it?
Pretty much just to give back to the scene that saved me. I was going through a pretty dark time. Then I found fucking Curse's song, The Last Hope or something like that, and then it really stuck with me. And from then, I went on I searched like a lot of rap, found Blitz and Nesto, Healed Up Hoods, and I just fell in love with it. And I was like, this is
Okay.
fucking sick. And then I made a Facebook group called Australian Rap. Then from there, I had like 20K at one stage, and just all the people were sending me their music. I'm like, this is hectic. And then I made an Instagram account called Ozrap Only.
Yeah,
And that's
follow
when
you.
when I started to go like big time with it.
Yeah,
It's like half the Perth scene just respects me for it. And for that, I just feel very blessed
yeah,
that what I have done, I think I noticed because with the Facebook group, like no one really knew much about it. It's just random people and stuff like that. But yeah, I met my best mate through the scene, so that's pretty much why I get back to it so much.
okay, dope. So it was Curse's song that got you into hip hop and inspired you to want to create something. Essentially.
Pretty much. Well, how I found it was Cursor First 360, and from there I searched up Cursor, and then that's how, yeah. So from Australian rap battles is how I found it, pretty much.
Epic.
Mm.
Nice. What about you, Jake?
Yeah, Australian hip hop's always saved me in many ways and pulled me out of many dark places. I can still remember my first Australian hip hop album. So I had a friend, he parted ways now because he took the drugs and jail life, and I couldn't fuck with that. So, but I remember one weekend he come over and he's like, like, I want to make some money to fucking have a few brewskis this weekend, a few hot ones, maybe a fucking something else on the side, treat ourselves. I was all right. So I went like to pretty much my whole street. I knew my whole street. So I just went door knocking. It's like, can we mow your lawn and shit? And like, I think we made about $100 for the day.
Yeah.
And back then as a teenager, I was like, fuck yeah, I'm balling, bro. I'm rich. I'm a fucking millionaire. So we went out, got a feed, went to JB Hi-Fi, and I remember I picked up Hunter and Mortar, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, where they sampled that whole movie, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, into that album.
I don't know that one.
And it's a sick album. It's literally got Hunter and Mortar in the like cartoon sort of picture of them driving on the highway with all the fucking. You've seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas,
Yeah,
sure? Yeah, with all the bats and shit. This is bat country. Can't stop here, sort of thing. But yeah, and then with the podcast, that also saved me. I was having a pretty depressing time on radio because I was very put in a box. Sort of shit. You can't swear. You can't, talk about drugs. I mean, Joker talked about like smoking weed on the episode and shit. But, you can't talk about this, can't talk about that, can't swear. So I felt like very in a box because I was saying like, yeah, you can have your segment and you can play your friend's music. I was like, I can't fucking play my friend's music because, like, I don't want to dumb it down where it sounds like, you listen to a radio song with a lot of swearing in it, it sounds like fucking shit.
Yeah.
Like Eminem or something where it's got a heavy swearing song and it's on the radio, it just every second word's a swear word, it sounds like shit. So yeah, this podcast really helped. Met my best friend through the podcast, and I've just loved it. Obviously there's been moments and this is really popping, so I got to put as much time and effort into helping DJ with this one as well as my one, because mental health, recovery, addiction, spirituality, God or the universe or whatever higher power you have, like that sort of shit's important in my eyes, and there needs to be more of a spotlight on it. So, getting like good guests on for that. I've got some good ones, some really good ones lined up. I'm really keen for Clint Turner, another well-respected veteran in the scene, the Oz hip-hop scene. Used to be part of TBW and all that. But, yeah, so I've got him on and his wife. Me and him go to the same church, so I was actually baptised by Seva a couple of years back. So I got to witness him do communion last weekend, and that was really cool. Because people like hand out the bread and the wine, or grape juice, and then while they're handing it out, someone's spreading a message, and it was Seva, and I was like, holy shit, he's put a lot of. You could just see a light around him. Like, I could just see a light around him. I was like, fuck, man, like, he's put a lot of effort into this. But so, yeah, going off of that, his podcast has helped me a lot. I've gotten a lot of judgment from it. Can't lie. I've gotten, Mumsy and my older sibling, my big brother. I've had, like, my nan. Well, my nan's a bit different. I've had my dad at, like, why don't you just, like, go get a paid job and, like, put this on the back burner for now, this and that. And I can't help but feel like funny at that, because they all work jobs that my brother doesn't really like his job. My mum likes her job, she just doesn't like the hours. And
So they're probably in their zone of competence.
Yeah.
Possibly even their zone of excellence.
Yeah.
Nowhere near their zone of genius.
Yeah.
Whereas you guys are trying to prioritize focusing more on being in your zone of genius. And it'll upset people that don't even know what their genius is.
Yeah. And so there's been a lot of like, oh, you should put it on the back. And then my nan's super supportive. She's like, oh, maybe you'll make money off it one day. Like, I believe in you, sort of thing. And I appreciate her. She lives in Bunbury. I don't see her too often, but every week, Saturday or Sunday, I'll call her. But going back on the podcast and stuff, I'm just grateful I met my best friend. We sold out our first show that we ever hosted, and it was packed anxiety and shit, like, because we started promoting it about 2.5 months before the show.
Yeah.
So we had our groundwork, we had our foundation laid in stone. We'd had an experience with I had an experience with a promoter where it was just unorganized as fuck. So it was hitting me, like, I know I wasn't getting any credit. He was hitting me up, oh, can you, like, get these artists and shit, I want these people on. I'm like, yeah, I'm friends with all of them, I can get them on, no doubt, no drama, and just really unorganized and shit, and it used to send me into packs of anxiety. So I told Deejay, like, no, we're just fucking 2.5 months, we're going to have it, like, worth the promo and shit, and that's probably why we sold out the show, and having Reams there for the first time in many, many years as a headline act, and that would have helped sell tickets. But just the experience I've had with this podcast, man, like, it's really helped a lot. I mean, obviously everyone, as Jack said earlier, everyone has bad days. Everyone's going to have their bad. I'm still having my bad days, but instead of running from it now, I just lean into it now. Like, that's one thing I probably learned in the challenge, like, just leaning into it, figuring it out why it's there, comforting it, and then just letting it go, and doing things like the podcasting. Like, I've been unemployed since January, and I was waiting for some FIFO work, didn't pass the PIS test, this and that. I get to reapply in July, and the test is in the course and the tickets start in October. But if not, I'll just be doing forestry, like I told you earlier or yesterday. And fuck, I forgot where I was. Can anyone rehash me? Shit. Yeah. Tism life, eh?
Where were we at?
I just hit a blank, bro. Fuck.
What's our time? How long have we been going for?
Fuck knows a while, eh?
We've been going for like 1 hour and 10 minutes.
Okay,
but
cool.
yeah, so you have backings and shit on you that you can email me, or yeah, sweet. Do you want to get cracking on a live performance? Because we've still got Joker. I mean, we can run overtime. They don't really give a shit here, but
yeah. I got a fucking
yeah.
shit to
I
do.
think I asked for reminiscing, but what other songs will you be performing?
I'm happy to do reminiscing, man.
Yeah,
Remember we do like 1 or 2?
Yeah, 1 or 2. Yeah,
cool. I'll do part 1.
Part
And
1
reminiscing.
and reminiscing. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll give you the email and then we'll get cracking onto a live performance.
Sweet.
Part 1 of From Then Till Now.
We're going straight in.
Yeah. Go run that shit up.
All right.
All streaming platforms.
Yeah. Yo.
Whatever your preference.
Yeah. From then till now, life has tried to get me down. It's been profound, having all my friends around to bounce back off the ropes, going pound for pound with the devil. He tried to steal my crown. More than that, he tried to take my soul. The story must get told of warm hearts turned cold. Evil agendas, fake pretenders, mind benders, fractional reserve bank lenders. Even worse than that, believe me, I'm cursed. When I hear the verse come back, it's a matter of fact. Your closest people can deceive you and be the source of spiritual attack. But after that, it's time to relax, cause all this fake whack shit is just water off a duck's back. So fuck that, I stand on my own and trust wherever I'm at that I'm never alone. It's been a long road lost, not forgotten. It's just a song that keeps your head nodding. We on and on until you push the button. It's how you know we on, yo, so let's go. It's been a long road lost, not forgotten. It's just the song that keeps your head nodding. We on and on until you push the button. It's how you know we on, yo. Yeah, I used to rap about a lot of shit a long time ago. I had no idea I was on the journey of a hero. My first album was about this and that. My second album, I come back spitting facts. My third album, cut to the core with profound concepts and spiritual metaphors. But my feet never touched the floor. I was up in heaven, always trying to learn some more. And as I gained knowledge, before it turned to wisdom, I had to gain courage. So the world took me on a ride, and all these years later, I'm still coming out the other side. So surprised that I didn't fucking die, or end up cold-blooded murdering another guy. And yo, I've cried for days and nights, mourning the loss of my innocence, and I never got to say goodbye. Lost, not forgotten. It's just the song that keeps your head nodding. We on and on until you push the button. It's how you know we on, yo, so let's go. It's been a long road lost, not forgotten. It's just the song that keeps your head nodding. We on and on until you push the button. It's how you know we on, yo, so let's go. The fact remains that what you stand to gain and what you stand to lose is the same thing. So I hacked the mainframe, aggressively trying to rewire my own brain with Dr. Joe, Wim Hof, Alan Watts, quantum breathwork and success philosophy non-stop. Ebook after ebook, I've gone pop. Ceremonies, I was dancing with the plant gods. Cellular regeneration and affirmation, striving and fighting for new heights of elevation. I actually witnessed my mind breaking, reinforced with the strength of love as my spine straightened. As brotherhood got around me, I felt the accountability, it was astounding. To call me out on my bullshit. Now this is just part 1 of life after hardship.
Fuck yes, like. We get straight into it with my favourite track off the album.
Alright, let's go.
This one's called Reminiscing.
So funny, that was just the name of the beat. I never renamed it. Because it's just moody and it suits the name of the track, so I just left it. Yeah, the weight of the world hangs on my shoulders. Every day I'm getting a little older. One day it will all be over, and one day I'll be sober, and that'll be a sight to behold. Sometimes I just feel like my life's getting cold. That's when I start to question everything. Like, what's the point of anything? Demons knocking, should I let them in? I hope the angel will come back again. I don't mind the rain, it's just a drain when every day starts to feel the same. I can't face the pain. Oh no, please not this again. There's nowhere to escape to. No one is coming to save you. Heal, grow, learn, keep moving. Don't be concerned, life burns, so get used to it. And just get better at it. Make more mistakes, get more practice. More laps on the track, more reps in the gym. fucking play to win. Yeah, and when the lights get dim, I find myself alone again, looking within and try to escape. But it's too late to tempt my fate. It's time to open the floodgates. So much hate from people that's being fake. Even your best mates can lie to your face, leaving you in a spiraling chase. What kind of world are we living in? I feel like giving in. Should I sugarcoat it and sprinkle a little cinnamon? We're in a living sin. Can I begin again? I'm done with this rat race since day one. I found it hard to walk with a straight face. It's a fucking disgrace what we accept as normal. I feel like I'm lost in a demonic portal. It's delusionary and all distorted. I can't even go to the store and get the food I ordered. Without a fucking mask on my face, I'm laughing, but on the inside, my heart breaks. Heal, grow, learn, keep moving. Don't be concerned, life burns, so get used to it. And just get better at it. Make more mistakes, get more practice. More laps on the track, more reps in the gym. Fucking play to win. And when the lights get dim, I find myself alone again, looking within. Why do I write? Who even am I? Sometimes I cry and wish I would die. I push myself to try new things all the time. I'm too hard on myself, especially with rhymes. It's part of who I am, that's how I stick to my grind. Me and this paper, leave all our troubles behind. It's an escape where I can empty my mind. This is how I cope with quotes of the poetry kind. As above, so below, each flow is divine. I'm a messenger caught between the earth and the sky. I'm certain this is my purpose in life. How I deliver my message is what's causing me strife. With a team, I know that I could triple my stride, make ripples in time, and flip a few rhymes. It's just me being me every day of my life. You know what I'm like. Heal, grow, learn, keep moving. Don't be concerned, life burns, so get used to it. And just get better at it. Make more mistakes, get more practice. More laps on the track, more reps in the gym. Fucking play to win. And when the lights get dim, I find myself alone again, looking within.
Fuck yeah, early bird. From then till now, album of the year so far, in my opinion.
Oos.
It's come out of Oz, in my humble opinion.
All right, well, I've got a special gift for you guys to celebrate the album and my appreciation for having me on the show.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Oh, sick, man.
Official spiritual gangster merchandise.
Yeah, we're gonna get that
Thank
up
you,
on the
bro.
camera.
There you go, boys.
Legend, bro.
So one's got the album art, one's got the sacred geometry.
Geometry, cheers, bro.
There you go. Enjoy that, boys. So the motto is, with spiritual gangster, you can be spiritual, humble, and still be hard as fuck. Don't ever forget it.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, man. So we'll finish it off the same as we always do. What would be your message to the scene, and who do you want to give a shout out to? Also, where do we find you? Socials, fucking listening platforms, that sort of thing.
All right, so was it message to the scene, shout out, socials?
Yeah.
All right. Message to the scene is, let's create progressive music that benefits humanity and actually brings people together instead of perpetuating negative stereotypes.
Ooh.
That is the ultimate message.
Ooh. I think that's the best message we've had so far in the pod. Hey, fuck yeah.
Let's progress the art. Rap music, hip hop is rebellious. It's rebellion music. It's always been progressive. It's always been designed to evolve, push the boundaries, and challenge what's been socially accepted. So instead of creating socially acceptable rap music, what the fuck do you think we should do? Push the boundaries.
Yep.
Take this art form that we've been lucky enough to have inherited and with the responsibility to progress it.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Push that needle, bro.
We have a responsibility to progress the art. That's my message. So let's just not keep making the same old bullshit. Let's do the work. It's hard. It's harder to do the work than it is to just accept shit as it is. And I want to shout out you fucking legends for getting me on here.
Oh,
straight up. And the work that you do to be the man that you are, to be able to carve the time out of your life, to be able to show up here.
Yeah.
Just that in itself is underestimated.
Yeah.
We don't have to fight to survive because we have made the decisions in our life to have given us the ability to be here, the free time, the security, the self-confidence, and the belief to sit here today. Everyone that's here. We all deserve to acknowledge the work that we've done in our life, to make the decisions, to be the people that we are today, to actually have the energy and the resources to sit here in this room and bring people together. So I'll shout you boys out for that.
Thank you, bro.
And I post all my shit, most of my shit on Instagram. So I really love making short form content on Instagram. All the links to my streaming platforms, YouTube is on my Instagram, but you can look up Early Bird MC, 3 words, on Google, YouTube, Spotify, wherever you stream music, search Early Bird MC, and then you'll find me.
Is it MC or EMCEE?
MC. That's it. Microphone controller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Dope.
What an
And
incredible episode, man. What a
take time to listen to the lyrics, because some people make hip hop music for fun. I make hip hop music for fun, but I make it for very deliberate reasons to actually have an impact on your psyche and challenge the way that we accept the world. So when you listen to my music, do it in a place where you can absorb the lyrics. That's all I have to say. Aho.
legend. Thank you, Early Bird. You fucking legend. Appreciate you jumping on. Go and stream that album everywhere, whatever platform you want, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
Cheers, boys.
Real rap, real topics, real people. Tuning in to the Underground Takeover podcast.